Hello, YouTubers. This is Travis Semulin Sowers, and we are here for another draft on MTG Arena in the Crimson Vow format. No spoilers, but this draft was a bit of a speed run, and it hinged around getting past a particular card, and that card may have been or may not have been pointed discussion. I'll let you decide as you watch through the draft. If you like what you see, click the subscribe button. Just click it. It'll give you an alert when there's new videos and you can watch them, and it'll be cool, and that'd be swell. And if you really like what you see, check out my Patreon. There's a link below. You can support what we're doing here. Thank y'all for being here, and enjoy today's draft. Baito. This is an interesting pack. We have Egg, we have Pup, we have Wolf Strike. I gave Zombie Magic some grief for saying that Howling Moon was a good card. I don't think it's particularly good. I do think you can play it in Werewolves, though. It's difficult for me to want to take the Pup over the Wolf Strike, but I've certainly lost games to it. I also like the Egg a lot. The Howling Moon, yeah, I got destroyed by it once, played it in a heavy Werewolf deck, and it did some work. I kind of like the Egg, too. But I think if you're thinking about Wolf Strike, Pup, or Egg, you're probably in the right spot. I'm a little biased here. They are doing double feature on Arena. I believe they said they weren't, and then they said they were, which is cool. I'm looking forward to drafting it. Oh, we're not necessarily blue yet, eh? Although I do think I like the Wizard here. Found you based on you were drafting. Got lucky that you were good, cool, not screaming all the time. I can scream more. I think I might be on the Socialite or even the Spore Crawler afterwards. I also think I like Traveling Minister better than Resistance Squad. But I'll take old Travis. All right, not passing the Wolf Strike. This is the first, like, decent card we've been passed. The Wizard does not go in blue-green. Frankly, neither of these go in blue-green, but we're not blue. This was basically my haircut before Swim Wife shaved my head. That's why I call it Old Travis. Please don't. I don't watch Twitch to get more stressed. Then Ponytail was a thing. Not screaming and not swearing or playing horrid music. I used to play horrid music, in all fairness. Just a Gargantua, or do we just take the Scorpion and accept that green is probably pretty open and we should play it? Harriet is a woman of culture. This is good to know. Agree. But I do think it's better to play music like what I have playing now, that like nobody's like, heck yeah, chill lo-fi beats to study to. Maybe one of you is, but there's also like no one that's like, oh my god, this music sucks. I think we're getting green signals. I'm going to take this Scorpion here. Because somebody tuned in and was like, I don't want to listen to heavy metal, and tuned out. Yeah, I can't tell what version of Sultai we are. Oh, that's fair. Everyone did love Down at McDonald's. Because Arch School of Throbbing is pretty good. I'm not taking a Hunter here. It's not better than the Arch School in blue-black, which is still a real possibility for us. And then randomly 6th pick, Fierce Retribution. Cool. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? Were we blue-white or potentially black-white the whole time? So Lantern Bearer could go with this Fierce Retribution in the thing. It could go with Egg. Lantern Bearer could go in all of the directions I want to go. All right. I like that. Yeah, I think it's pretty easy Lantern. It took me a minute, but I got there. Maybe it's late enough in the format that some streamer somewhere is like, you don't need a removal, it's bad. Red, I think, is the one color I'm not. Red, white the whole time? Probably not. I think I like Nature's Embrace here. With the idea that I can play 5-color green potentially if I need to. E. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for saying so, Ken. Hello to Naomi. I think it's actually the Ripsaw. The only color I have actually like a reason to be is green-white. It's going to be a pack 2 deck because I don't know where the hell I'm going now. Was it red-white the whole time? It might have been. Okay, there's still a pretty distinct possibility for blue-green. Because the good news is like these are blue-green cards that are wheeling. So let's start thinking about this. Just for a minute, what if we were getting into blue-green? Because these are blue-green cards coming by pretty late. Looks reasonable adjacent, doesn't it? For like figuring your way around. The challenge is, of course, that there's just better cards than the Sawblade Slinger here. I like the Sawblade Slinger a lot, but there's an Imprisonment, there's a Retribution, there's a Quartermaster, there's this Bloodcaster, which is kind of absurd. And this isn't even like a required card. It's just good. Now I'm going to take the best card. It's the Bloodcaster. Black could be open. We really haven't seen much indication. But like, there's a possibility we just want to be like, okay, we're playing black and we'll figure out the other colors later. And I feel pretty rewarded with that, getting past pointed discussion. When I went on the podcast with Jake Brown, he talked about how this was very good in blue-black specifically. I think I'm supposed to be going blue-black. I'm a little nervous about it, but I could play one of these heirlooms if we need to. So far, this is just looking a lot better than any of our other options. And if I need to like pull back into green, I can. That's a little frustrating because blue-green is actually what's open at this table. But I can't really, like, the power level of the demon is such that I can't actually do anything about it. Unless, what is a splashable afternoon? Just bear with me for a minute. I have an idea. This was actually a good bit of that idea. I can splash a demon if I'm green, but I might just be green-black. So I could play the Millipede in that too, potentially. Let's see where this takes me. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in the Hunter now, because I can justify playing a Nature's Embrace. We could maybe grab a couple of, like, I understand this is our color pair build around. Probably means we take it. Dying to Serve is incredibly narrow. In the right spot, it could be very good. I'm going to end up having to play this Nature's Embrace just for the ramp, I think. And I think we're going to end up playing some real stinkers to get there on playables. Yeah, once you have 10 blood sources, Dying to Serve is indeed crazy. Yeah, we still have it. It's still there if we decide we want it. I mean, if we're not splashing, it's better than the Nature's Embrace, right? So like if we could do that, sure, it's fine. Blood Synergy has been there. No, for that card in particular, you really need a ton of sources. This is not anywhere near enough. If you're in black-red and you've got a bunch of Mole Drifters, sure. But I think it's really a black-red card. It's very good in black-red, depending on your deck. The better your black-red deck is, the better it's going to look. Now see, the second Nature's Embrace is interesting. I think that gives us the most options. I think I'm actually playing any of that. Might play that. We have, how many did we take? That's very interesting, because I can literally play anything I want to at this point. Like the Symmetry Prowler. Got a lot of options over here. I think that would be a bad path to go down, is what I'm saying, which is why I did not go down it. I don't know if you have tried it. I have tried Dying to Serve. I put it in a deck that had 9 ways to make blood, and it was not good. It was actually pretty bad in that deck. So it's possible that we just had varying experiences with it. I need 2s, but I'm also incredibly interested in this Weaver. This is greedy. It's possible that the card has a high ceiling and a low floor, and we've experienced both sides of it, which I think would naturally make me somewhat reticent to play it again and probably make you overvalue it. So I suspect that it's actually between where both of our perspectives are. Boinks. We're going to get there after all. This is coming together nicely. Lordy, lordy. Take this. And like we said, green-blue is what was actually open, but we opened a demon. But this Fierce Retribution is just in now. I'm just playing it. I can splash any of this. Not much of it is really worth splashing, but here we are. If we could get another 2-drop, I think this would be ideal. I don't think we're going to get another one, so I'd like things that can catch us up on life when we play them. Everything's been splashable for a while with the Nature's Embrace and the Honored Heirloom. There's just no reason to splash anything. Play 2. I think we're probably fixing this with Honored Heirloom and Blood Servitor, which, while not exciting, is acceptable. Hallelujah, 2-drop is good. I would be interested in a point of discussion too, but I kind of can't do that. Never mind then. What happens if we flood out? Just lose? Yep, we just lose. I might actually need this freaking knife, but I can't take it here. If I see another one, we're taking it. There's a real possibility that our last two... I was thinking about that too, Mike. There's a real possibility that those are our last 2 cards. I don't think I want that. It's cute with the Grove, but... Yeah, I think our last 2 cards may be Scattered Thoughts and a Herpaderp. It's like I can cut Irrelevant 3-drop. I'm looking at you, Arch School of Throbbing. Play this and Scattered Thoughts and pretend we have a deck. Because that gives me 4 sources of any color. Like, I don't need any plains. I don't need any islands. Ripsaw is a mana sink, but I don't think we need that where we're going. I don't know what I'm putting it on that's actually going to kill anybody. Six, 7, 8, 9. I don't think a 4/4 is going to kill anybody, Blablore. Like, what we've put together is a very defensive deck that's looking to survive turns 1 through 5 and then play something and try to kill them with it, right? Yeah, but I mean, that's the joke, right? Like, literally everything is good with the chainsaw. You have to ask yourself what type of deck needs it, and it's one that's looking to punch through the last bits of damage, right? Like, why does it only give trample when you sacrifice a forest? Because the game should be over by the point that you're looking to give it trample, right? So putting a chainsaw on what we're trying to like use as removal in our deck would mean that our deck doesn't have any late game, and we're looking for something to close out with our aggressive green deck. And that's kind of the opposite of what we've built here. This is not an aggressive green deck. This is like we're playing 1/1s and 2/1s and 2/2s and 1/5s and just trying to gum everything up. And then we're going to kill you with throwing butts at your face or a demon or maybe just this big thing. But I don't think this is the deck that would want Ripsaw. I've played decks that want Ripsaw, which is why I took it early. We just didn't end up there. Like, this plays really nicely in white-green, where like you've punched in some damage, you've punched in some more damage, but now you need one big thing with trample, and it's going to train like 5 other things when you attack. That's where you're looking for Ripsaw, generally. I've played it in a blue-green deck, too. It was not as good there. But it did play nicely on the flyer. So. But I think I'm down with this. Not that greedy. We're only playing 4 of the colors. Your draft will crash all the time? Have you been having connection issues? It's a slow hand. Be nice to draw a little bit of that early game. You know, or just literally none of it. That works too. Like, I kind of have to hope that they just can't ever deal with a 4/4. And if that's the case, we win. You stop it. Stop it. Thanks for the fangs. Don't reckon it's getting any better. They have a dying to serve. Let's see how good it is for them. Oh yeah, I remember that. I was in that draft. I remember that. It may still very well kill me. Like, this was a slow draw. I just attack with one of them here, right? I think so. Like, if I had literally anything else to do, maybe we could swing with both, but I don't. Yeah, it still presents lethal next turn. They didn't sacrifice that, which is interesting because they could have gotten more zombobs and didn't. It doesn't present lethal next turn if they have a removal spell. The challenge is they should have had me dead. Okay, they're on some interesting plans, which is cool. You do you. Empire's Kiss, huh? Do I need the removal spells against them if that's their jam? I don't. I actually need a crab that can come down and block a 2/2. Which is most of my deck. Makes our mana a lot easier. It's better than my last keep. Badu! How we do? Just skilled him right to death. AFR was pretty fun. Pretty reasonable opener. I like it. I'd like to check out the double feature thing, you know? Skilled him right to death. White green, eh? They're also probably trying to kill me. Probably don't goof around with the scattered thoughts on the draw and just put in a few more creatures for early game. Because we'll need them. Something like that. I mean, I think it's garbage for paper, but I think it'll be an interesting, different draft format that I can play on Arena. Like, I'm sorry that it sucks for paper, but I don't play paper, so whatever it's doing to paper is kind of like, meh. But for Arena, hey, let's mash the last 2 sets together and let you guys go nuts. That sounds fun to me. It does seem a little lazy. Yeah, they're adding it to Arena. They said they weren't, and then they are. Is it going to cost more? I don't know. We don't know anything about it other than that it's coming to Arena. If it costs more, I probably just won't play it. Wouldn't really change how many you get in the draft by much. Well, I guess it would a little bit, but... They make it cost a bunch more, I'll probably be oot. Is anyone generally surprised they decided to add it to Arena? So when new things are announced, I have a question, which is, can I draft it? And if the answer is no, I tend to forget that the new thing was announced. I'd be kind of surprised if it was Phantom, honestly. If they can release it in a special event and have it cost 2,200 gems to draft, best of one only. Come on now. It would be cool if they did it more like a cube, though. I think I'd be happy with that. I suppose I should say, can I draft it? Is it on Arena? Those are the 2 questions I asked, because I draft on Arena. So I haven't really thought much about the new unset. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are excited about it, and that's cool. Is that actually bad enough to Mulligan? Because it's close. I mean, Ant kind of just wants to flood out. This is a really good 6. I think that means I probably keep it, but it's kind of ugly. I have to trust the mana base we built. It's like if there's a forest on top, I'm a genius. Behold me being a genius. Meow. Try to prevent as much damage as we can while we're buying some time. I think they're winning. I suppose they might be if I can't get this down quickly enough. That's us taking 6, 7, 8. Then I block the biggest 2 and take another 3. 8, 9, 10, 11. Because if I can have the line of Demon into Hunter, we probably win. So I'll give that a go. It's a little terrifying. I mean, maybe they will, but again, that's rule 2, is can I draft it? It could be one of the cards that was in Mark Rosewater's pockets sort of deal. Bloodveil Purveyor, huh? Is that enough to just kill me? Because I can Demon and have 2 6/6s to block, and I would block here, and then take 5? Not enough to kill me. I'm chumping with one of the demons, which sucks, but... If I can stick the Hunter, I think we win. I also think I'm incredibly close to dead here. Like, we're living on a razor's edge. Balancing on a ledge. Really don't want to chump the Bloodveil Purveyor, but I think I have to. I guess it's not a chomp, it trades. I thought I got +1/+1, it just gets +1/+0. Okay, so if they literally don't have anything, we're absolutely fine. Be awful nice if you could not kill my demon. Yeah, I was pretty sure it got +1/+0, but... And people don't like this demon. How do I not have a Crushing Canopy? That seems like something I would draft. Guess I just didn't. This is probably about where we want to... I could use the Witch's Web. I've got enough creatures I could play that and try to snag a flyer with it. I don't know that I actually want this on the draw. If you drafted a Crushing Canopy, you might be the top 20 best drafter in the universe. It's possible. I mean, we want to draw all spells, right? But that's a bit much even for me. Okay, this one has a plan, and it's a plan I can get behind. I think it's a plan we can all get behind, which is just flood me out from here. I don't think I've ever tried chopped liver, but I'm also pretty sure I don't want to try chopped liver. We can, I think, get a bit of a truth detector here. If they've got something, they should attack with both. This is either perfectly baiting me into a block I shouldn't make, or they're just being honest. Thanks for the blood token. Cannot wait to block. Oh, we're not doing that. Okay. Can Nom Enchantment? I don't want to Nom Enchantment. It's probably fine, though. I don't have any enchantments to play, but it'll get to attack here in a minute. They may just have a Mythic Fatigue moment and scoop. We'll see. They may legitimately not be able to handle my skill. I really don't want to use this on their Kindly Ancestor, so I'm going to make the attack and see if I can at least get a 2-for-1 out of this. Because I can double block it, and if things go wrong, we have a solution. But if they play like their Bloodveil Purveyor, all of a sudden things get weird. What are they sitting on? They've got a removal spell of their own? Here's Retribution? Okay. He's dead, Jim. Bad dog. That doesn't do much. This is leading me to believe that that Kindly Ancestor is actually all they have. They have a Bleed Dry. No, they have an Undying Malice. And now they scoop. Bye-bye. I figured they was gonna scoop. I guess not. All skill. All skill. Have you considered just drafting Mythics? That was like a 50-minute 3-0. Speedrun that one. Shout out to my patrons. Thank you very much. Paul, Punk, Hero, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Fasty, Rich, Michael, Brandon, and John. I appreciate y'all. We'll see you soon.